If I win, you give the reaction channels their talent back. And if you win, you get me.
Yep, looks like I'm throwing this one.
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like Space Jam 2 with LeBron James is shaping up to be the biggest cinematic crossover
Since Ready Player One.
My goodness, this is gonna be nutso. I was just like going on some movie news sites and I came across this thing that I just thought was a rumor, but apparently there's leaked footage. Some people thought the images were fake and then they had an actual B-roll showcasing a wide variety of characters. This comes courtesy from the Instagram account DCUverse. Yeah, he had this footage of what looked like Jim Carrey's The Mask, Jared Leto's the Joker, also Pennywise.
Yeah, he's like right over the Joker's shoulder.
This is Space Jam 2. And then they have this footage I will play for you right here. It looks like, yeah, they'll be having the Looney Tunes characters, DC characters, the Wizard of Oz, Harry Potter, potentially.
Yeah, like Voldemort is rumored to be in there. There's rumored Droogs from Clockwork Orange, and I'm like, who is this movie for?
Batman's rumored to be in here, Penguin, Mad Max,
Agent Smith
from the Matrix. What WB did for like the Lego movies, it seems like they're doing here. In some ways, I guess is appropriate. I guess it's just a little bit jarring because you don't expect it from Space Jam, because Space Jam was just Michael Jordan and Looney Tunes. And then this one is doing the whole WB property. I mean, yeah, Lego movie is WB, but there's something about it that I have an easier time poking fun at themselves for that.
Because Lego already encompasses as a brand so many other brands.
Yeah.
So I feel like that brings that in, whereas the first movie had a very solid set of mashups. It's the Looney Tunes world with the world of Michael Jordan and the NBA.
Yeah.
And now it seems like, yeah, we're opening this up. It seems like what WB is trying to do, which I don't altogether hate, but I think is kind of strange, is they're developing this universe where it literally is, yeah, just all their characters live here and you'll see different movies with totally different rules, worlds, etc., but where they're all gonna cross over somehow. So like, you can dress it in different skins, which keeps it fresh, but I'm very curious as to how long this is gonna keep up.
At the end of the day, Space Jam is gonna be a lot of it's gonna be an animated movie, so I could see why they might have had the thought of whatever they're doing with Lego movie, let's put it over here. Also though, the Space Jam audience, Space Jam came out in 96, and so a lot of us are a lot older now, or decades older, right? I think that's a fun way to get the people who grew up on Space Jam, who now realize Space Jam's probably not that good of a movie.
Hopefully.
And I mean, that director who did Space Jam, that was the last fictional feature film he ever did.
Yeah, a lot of commercials.
Yeah, a lot of commercials and documentaries and stuff. This is, I think, a good way to hook people, because the people who are now grown up are watching the movies like It Chapter 2. I don't think little kids are watching It. I don't even think little kids really watch Looney Tunes, you know?
And now.
It's even further established that nostalgia, poking fun at that fan craze that we love with the crossovers. It sounded like super bizarre at first. It still is pretty bizarre. The more I think about it, the more I think this actually makes sense. It could really work, and I feel like it could be a whole lot of fun to watch, or it could end up feeling like those Freeberg and Seltzer parody movies, like Disaster Movie, where you're like, hey, look, it's that character or that character. Those were the first real crossover movies.
My God, they were. Don't remind me.
I don't want it to feel like that. If they can do an embodiment, because it looks like they got a completely different person to play Jared Leto's Joker, and Jim Carrey's not coming back for The Mask, but they want to have them be in their likeness. When they have them show up, and if they can really embody it as opposed to just a parody gimmick where they just say their line or something, I think they could do something really cool with it. And the fact that it's from Warner Brothers, maybe there's something special to be had here.
I mean, it certainly seems as though there's going to be more thought and effort put into this Space Jam movie than the first one, at least in terms of the story department. I mean, the first movie has a lot to appreciate in terms of the collision of animation and live action, but not in terms of plotting, story, characters, etc. Basically depends on how much you like Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes, and so this does make sense because, yeah, Space Jam is from 96. You're gonna have to hook the people who did not grow up with that, to whom it is just a meme, and also the people who grew up with it and do somehow care about the quality. It's like, I like having the other characters invade, actually, because that's what the first movie in a micro way was about fictional characters clashing in with the real world. The thing that kind of always gets me about these didn't bug me as much with Ready Player One, because that was aimed at an older audience, but I feel like Space Jam has to have a kid accessible quality to it, and so getting, again, like, these these Clockwork Orange characters and like, you know, villains that are pretty violent and dastardly. It just kind of makes me raise an eyebrow. Yeah, is a kid's movie really prime place for Pennywise and Droogs and stuff? At the same time, then it does open you up to a wish list of other villains you'd like to see.
Yeah, it's true.
You know?
All right, guys. Well, what do you think about the Space Jam 2 news? Who do you want to see appear in this movie? Got anyone in mind? Sub-Zero, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat?
Ooh, how about Cujo or the Flamethrower Man from Lethal Weapon 4?
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe, click that notification bell. Catch you guys soon.